Good morning, everybody. This morning I woke up and actually had Anais surrounding me for some odd reason. And some of you may not know, or some people may know, but Anais is like, in the Dominican Republic, she's like the patronage of love and compassion and just general happiness. And this morning she woke up with me, and I sensed her, and she was all in my head today. And so I decided to pull some cards to see what's going on with that energy, because obviously something is going on if I'm being guided to do this reading this morning. So if the message applies, you take it. If it doesn't apply, then you take what you need and you throw the rest. Um, Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. All right, so I pull cards here. I pull cards from the healing mantra, and I also pull cards from the soul's journey. Okay, so the first card that I pull out was the peace card. And this is I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So the only way that your soul can really be connected to source and be able to have peace is by cutting out whatever the chatter is that's going on in your mind. Sometimes when we're so caught up in so many things happening, and it's like you're on a, like maybe a drama going on around you. You could be in the middle of a war, arguments back and forth. It feels like there's no peace. And so sometimes you have to center yourself and be able to release the chaos so you can find that like true connection. Your soul can connect, truly find that inner peace that you need. So like I feel like this peace card is here to remind us about the balance that the mind needs to have. It's so imperative that in order for your soul to live in its true nature, you have to find balance. And maybe find the joy in having a peace of mind and just sitting still. And this is like something that could be very difficult to achieve in the chaos and everything that's going on right now. So you need to start looking around in your life and see, and just be more conscious of the elements, or like basically which elements are taken away from your peace and your, the soul's natural way of obtaining peace within yourself. So if you start paying attention to the different things that's playing out in your life, then maybe you can figure out what's taking you away from having peace, and trying to work on releasing some of the negative thoughts, negative behaviors, negative people, negative places that's taken away from you getting into this peaceful space. Now, the mantra for the peace card, we have here unraveling codependency. So there could be some codependency issues in this sense that's taken away from you obtaining the ultimate goal of, having peace. And when you find peace, then you find more enjoyment in life, right? So you're able to find more joy, more happy, and kind of like be still. So rather than trying to be a doer at this time, maybe it's time to have a seat. Like I say to people sometimes, why don't you have a couple of seats and stop trying to do so much? So the mantra is, I only have to feel good about my choices, right? So if you start making choices to release some of the things in your life that's creating chaos, or that's causing for you not to have that peace that you've been looking for, then it can help to center you and balance you more. So this is about making choices. So making choices that are going to make you feel good overall and just bring some kind of peace. If you continue to make choices that are that is harmful to you, then you're never going to obtain peace. You're always going to be sitting in chaos and drama and just unnecessary problems that's just not going to lead you anywhere. You're going to continue to be at war with the world and at war with yourself, because you're not making choices that are for your highest good, basically. So I feel like in this sense, you need to, with the healing mantra and the peace card, this is asking for you to make better choices in order to create like a peaceful environment. But it's not just like creating the peace outside of you, but creating that inner peace as well. So maybe it's a time for you to take some kind of resting at this time. The next card here we have is regrets. And I know that I cannot change the past. So this could be where, like, some of you could be sitting in the regrets of the past, like, oh, the ifs of what if I hadn't done this, then this would have never happened. So stop sitting in the regrets. Whatever happened, it happened in the past, but it happened. You have to also consider that the past mistakes, they're not really past mistakes. They are opportunities for you to make better choices. So every mistake, it's a lesson learned, and it's something that's helping your soul evolve and grow. So it's an opportunity for growth, basically. So what you might consider a mistake or a regret, you have to start thinking, reprogramming your mind into thinking like, okay, I made that mistake, but what did I learn from that mistake? So instead of dwelling on, well, I did this and this went wrong, and sitting on those regrets and those feelings of like you lost, like a failure, start looking at it as it's an opportunity for you to grow. It's an opportunity for you to evolve, So don't focus so much on the mistake. Focus more on what did you learn from it? How did it evolve you, because a lot of times we make choices, and those choices, it's not about right or wrong. It's more about how did it evolve me, because when you make a mistake, it's not going to feel good at the moment, but because of the mistake, you're growing from it, because you're able to like take a higher consciousness, a more higher review of it, and then you create a new opportunity for yourself to turn it around into something that can benefit you and benefit others. We have the healing mantra is rewriting the subconscious, right? So we have here, the more I embrace feeling good, the less often I feel bad. So regrets come from making mistakes and not feeling good about it. So if you're continuing to fixate on the mistake that you made, then you're not going to feel good about it. But if you focus on, there's always something good about a mistake. It doesn't feel good at the moment, but there's some kind of like good feeling after the mistake. I'm not going to say it's going to happen right away, because it doesn't. But sometimes the mistake that you made is going to lead you into something else. And it's like it's like learning something from a huge no-no, but you're able to create something. It's like transmuting the energy from something negative into something positive. So, let's say if you made a mistake, let's say you mess up your credit or whatever. So if you mess up your credit, you can look at it this way. Okay, so I mess up my credit. Now I don't have any credit cards. My credit is down the drain or something. And even though it's down the drain, but it's an opportunity for you to grow and now you can learn how to manage your finances, because now you're able to look at it from a perspective like, well, I fucked up my my credit, right? So now you can look at what mistakes you made when it came to managing your money. Were you overspending it? Why were you overspending it? Were you living beyond your own means? And by you being able to look at the mistakes that you made in the past, then you're able to create a new opportunity not to make the same mistakes, but improve and make it better. And you can possibly even turn it around by maybe learning more about credit, right? And learning how to manage your money better. And even when you have another person that might come up and tell you that they have the same issues, that you can possibly provide them with guidance, because you already been there and you've done that. And now you're created a new opportunity where you know how to manage your money, you know how to manage your credit, and you know how to fix your credit. So because of this experience, this negative experience that you had, you were able to grow from it, and you were able to fix your credit. So then when you see another person coming in with the same issue, then you can possibly provide guidance to them. So you can stop focusing on making yourself feel bad and feel the regrets of what happened in the past, and try to focus on the today. And how can you move forward from today? How can you turn the situation into positive and transmute it into something that can benefit you and benefit someone else? The next one here is we have the doubt card, and this is release the need to know all the answers. There's no such thing as knowing all the answers. There's a million and one way that things can go. So there is no such thing as right or wrong. There's no such thing as you can't understand everything, So it's like in this 3D reality, we only know 3, and there's a reason for it, because we need to learn how to focus on the today and now. We need to learn how to love and have compassion for yourself and others without really knowing everything, because you don't know how anything's going to turn out. Just like with tarot, it's like you can read the energies that's going on today, but that energy can shift tomorrow. That energy can shift a month from now. It shifts all the time. So there's no certain answers. There's no such thing as knowing exactly everything that's going to happen, because that's not the case. You're not always going to know what's going to happen. You can, there's multiple scenarios that could happen, and that's what tarot does. It gives you multiple scenarios of what could happen if you do this or if you do that. But remember, everything is free will. So even when you pull cards and you feel like you obtain all the information that you can get, it's not guaranteed that things will play out right away. Sometimes energies play out a year from now, 2 years from now. I'd had readings where they have told me certain things and they didn't play out until 2 years later. So there's no guarantee. That's what it means, So you need to start releasing the idea that you know everything, because you really don't. So there's certain things that might resonate for you and other things that may not resonate with you. So this is about, you need to feel secure about, release the doubts. Sometimes doubts, they come from the ego, because the ego thinks that they know everything. And sometimes the ego goes into this fear mode. And when fear kicks in, the ego kicks in. We have the healing mantra here is, everything is for me, not against me. Again, the ego, when in fear, the ego starts assuming that things are playing out in a particular way that is not going to work out for you. So the ego kicks in trying to protect you. It goes into defensive mode. and thinks that everything is working against, you start assuming that everything is against you rather than for you. And like I said, sometimes the mistakes are made and they are really for your highest good. When certain things don't work out in your favor, it's for your highest good. It's just that you may not see it at the moment, but later on, as things keep unraveling, you will start, the pieces will start coming together, and you'll realize why certain things needed to happen in a particular way. And when they happen in that particular way, it's like you have like a lightning bolt moment where like your conscious starts like lighting up, and you start reprogramming your mind and learning how to manage your ego in a sense, because the ego sometimes will start telling you like this person is doing this and this is to hurt you, and it will start, it's like starts trying to control things rather than just go with the flow. So release the doubts. Just because you don't know something, it doesn't mean that it's not for your highest good. Sometimes, like I said, like sometimes you have to work with spirit, and spirit is not going to reveal everything that you need to know. They're not. They're just going to like let you flow alone, and then they'll give you guidance, little nudges to guide you and push you in the direction that they feel, that they know it's going to be good for you, but because you don't know, you have doubts about it. So the ego will start trying to block you, try to keep you in the knowing, because when the ego doesn't know what's going to happen next, then it starts like trying to control everything. So release. It's time to release. You don't need to know everything. Just go with the flow. Sometimes the things that you don't know, it's almost like spirit is trying to surprise you, like trying to like tell you like, look, I know you don't know what's going to happen next, but, and then they start nudging you like, go this way, go this way. And then because of the doubt, you go the opposite way, and this is how you block yourself. So sometimes not knowing is a good thing, because if you knew some stuff, then you would not make this, like you will go with whatever spirit tells you, but then that's not helping your soul evolve, where you're able to make decisions and know that they're for your highest good. Okay? So that's the healing message for this weekend, guys. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day and a good weekend.